Hi you guys, welcome to our California farm. Today we have prepared a very fun video for you from our series Science on the Farm. In our series Science on the Farm, we do videos of various interesting educational science experiments about fruits and veggies, food in general, soil, everything related to agriculture and farm and things like that. And you can do these experiments at home. You don't actually have to have a farm to be able to do these experiments. And thus you can learn a lot about where food comes from and a lot of science related to agriculture. So anyway, if you want to see other videos in our series, you can check our playlist that's called Science on the Farm. And today specifically, we are going to learn about bees. And we are going to do that with the help of this wonderful science kit that's called BEEOLOGY. And it has actually 6 different activities in it. If you want to get this kit and do them at home, I'll put the link to the kit in the description of this video. But let us show you what's inside and what you can learn. So let us open the kit. You see what we've got here. Oh, wonderful. We can actually put together a bee. Anything else? Okay. The first experiment that we are going to do is we're going to build a beehive. And there is a great booklet here in the set that will tell you everything about each experiment. And specifically, it will tell you everything that you need to know about the beehive and how it's structured. So let's have a look. That's what you will find in the beehive. And let me show it a little closer to you. So there are stickers here that show baby bees. So a queen bee lays 1 egg in each cell. And then in 3 days, that egg will be fertilized. It will be a baby bee. And then when they grow, they can turn into 3 types of bees. A male drone, a female worker bee, or the bees can create 1 new queen for themselves. So what else do you have? You have an empty hive over here, which you need to fill with different types of bees. But not only that, because beehive doesn't only have the bees, it has their food. So there are 3 types of food that you can find in the hive. There will be pollen, there will be unkept honey, and kept honey. And these are just empty cells that bees can use either for food or laying eggs. And what's important to know is what bees eat. Bees eat pollen, which is protein, and nectar that they turn into honey, which is basically sugar, carbs. So if you look at it, what do bees eat? Eggs and maple syrup, right? Protein and sugar. So that's what you learned today. And so now you can create your own beehive, get all the bees in place and their food, and that's how you learn about the structure of the beehive. And then the booklet will tell you more about different types of bees. And here is the hive over here that we created. Let me show it a little closer. We have the queen over here and the eggs, and also a fertilized egg, and different types of bees here. But also we have 2 types of honey, kept and unkept. And that's the important thing I wanted to mention. There are 2 types of honey, and what's the difference? The unkept honey, it's basically nectar that was brought in by the bees, but it's not ready to be called honey yet, because it has very high moisture content. So bees wait for it to reduce the moisture content and turn into honey. And when it's ready, the bees would cap it. And that's how the beekeeper knows that the honey is ready. And then he can collect that kept honey from the beehive. So the second experiment we are going to do is going to teach us how bees move and why. Did you know that bees do very special dances? They communicate through dance. With that special dance, they show other bees the direction where they found food or water. So for that experiment, we'll need the hive that we just created. And then we'll need a carton bee. We have a carton bee and a metal clip on it. And a very special magnetic wand that it is in the kit. And now let's see our bee move. Ah, see, it's moving around the beehive. Ah. I wonder what she's doing. Is she checking on the babies or on the honey? So in our third experiment, we are going to learn how bees see the world around them. Did you know that bees have 5 eyes? They also have 360-degree vision, which means they can see everything around them, which makes it very difficult to sneak up upon a bee. They don't see as much colors as humans do, but they see ultraviolet spectrum. Now here in the set we have this special bee goggles that show you how bees see the world. So tell us, what is the difference between your normal vision and when you look at things around you with these goggles?
So I basically see like rainbows everywhere of the same thing.
So you see rainbows. What I think happens is that he can see that ultraviolet spectrum that generally we humans don't see. Well, let's see if we can show you with the help of the phone camera how exactly bees see the world. Let's see if the phone will show you what the human eye can see. Well, you can see a little bit of the rainbows, but not as bright as you can look at it just with your naked eye. Well, anyway, these are really fantastic goggles to show you what the bees see. This next experiment took a little bit of work because it actually requires a strong stapler to staple the parts of the bee to the wooden stick. So we didn't have it on the farm, we had to find it. But now that we have the bee put together, we can show you and we can listen how the bees buzz. Let's check it out. We are doing this experiment indoors so that there are no sounds from outside and it doesn't distract you and you actually can hear the sound of the bee. Do you hear that? That's the bee buzzing. In our next experiment, we are going to learn how bees collect pollen. And we have this cute fuzzy bee that you can put on your finger and do the experiment when you have flowers in your garden or where you live. And you can collect the pollen with this little fuzzy fur and then transport the pollen from one flower to another. Let us show you how it works. Can you give me your finger? Now you have a little bee on the finger and you can go to the camera and show how it looks like. Unfortunately, now it's February. You probably don't have any flowers in your garden, but here's a little bee. Do you see that black fur? That part of the bee is going to collect the pollen and it can transport it from flower to flower. And in our final experiment, we are going to make an actual bee. We have several plastic components here. We'll put it together and then we'll show you what it looks like. This is really exciting. We actually have every single detail of bee anatomy here. We have antenna. Then we have the wings, the legs, and the legs and eyes. Yeah, those eyes that can see 360, 100 degrees, right? And then we have all the internal organs, such as esophagus and honey stomach. We have aorta and heart. This is actually really interesting. I would never thought that the bee heart looks like this, right? Then we have true stomach and small intestine. We also have brain and nerve system. We have air sac. Air sac is blue. You have a blue. It's a little confusing. It's yellow on the instructions, but blue in the actual model. And then we have rectum and wing muscle. These are both pink in the model. And now we are going to put the whole bee together. And this is how it's going to look inside. You put together the left and the right side of the bee separately. So on the one side, you'll have nervous system, and the heart and the aorta. And here you'll have all the digestive system and air sac and the wing muscle, which is pink. And then we'll put the two parts together. And now we connected the left and the right part of the bee, and we have the full bee together with antenna and legs and wings and everything. Well, thank you guys for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it and learned a lot about bees. As I said, if you want to buy this set yourself, it's very inexpensive. It's about $12 on Amazon. I put the link where you can get it in the description of this video. But also, I put a link to the list of resources about bees that I collected. The list is called All About Bees, and it's an Amazon store list where you can find great books that we really recommend for different age groups about bees. There are also different toys and games. If you're a fan of bees, if your kids are a fan of bees, there are lots of great games. We love some of them that, really have your brain working. They're all inexpensive, but all fun. So check this list out. They make great gifts. If your kids want to learn more about bees, they love all these things. So anyway, thank you for supporting our farm. Give us a thumbs up, share with friends, and please subscribe. We're gonna come up with more videos on different topics about the farm for kids, for adults. The whole idea of the farm is to be an educational platform for all ages. Thanks you guys for watching. Have a great day. Bye.